this is how I do it when I practice. I'm not going to think of anything. I'm just going to let it roll. And you will feel it in areas, and that will come to your mind. But then you just let it go again. Like if you think you're in your hand, let it go until you feel your wrist, which will be the front and the back, at a certain point. Like not at the same time usually. Like, and not until you get leveled up pretty good. That's pretty cool. I got a weed eater in here. I don't use this place for much but storage for remote control cars and doing these TK videos. I don't know if you've seen sweat dripping off my fingers, but it's like 1,000 degrees out here. But like I said, I like to do TK in the harsh environments, like after running and the air, you know, you lose air. Try to do TK when you can't hardly catch your breath. That's because you want to know how to do it on every aspect. So you do it on every aspect in order to learn how. It's the only way. You you can't just learn to walk and already just run upstairs. You got to learn how to, you know, there's certain things you got to know more than just moving your feet back and forth. But yeah, I do that kind of stuff all the time. This is practice. I'm just letting it go where it wants to, and that's the outcome. Like even more than ever now. Like, but at the beginning, I do say that I have like a idea of what I want to happen, and like I said, thought is pure energy. So when you think it once, let it roll, and then when it's time to do something else, it will come to you. You will feel it somewhere. Then when you connect to that, let it roll. Don't try to guess what it wants. It'll do what it wants to do, what it needs to do, every time. So, you know, basically that's what I'm saying. Like, I haven't been practicing, man. It just is, it gets stronger on its own because I believe it will. I don't meditate. I drink coffee. Like, I drink tea a little bit when I eat, and then it's right back to coffee or nothing. You know, I might take a swig of tea every once in a while. So I drink caffeine like crazy. I don't meditate. I don't do the strengthen your chi stuff. I just focus and pay attention to what it wants and then let it do it. So I I don't do anything that's supposed to be required of you to learn this. You just got to learn it. You know, it's just pay attention. I was hoping for something more than that, but I really was just trying to follow it around. I don't know. I was just going with it left and right. Like I had really no intent, but usually when I do something like that, I hope for great results, but yeah. You get the idea though. It like I said, it's all what you believe. Like they say, you can make yourself sick by believing it, right? So if you believe that nothing can stop you from learning this, not coffee, not anything can stop you from learning this, then you will learn it. That's just how it goes. I need to find a video editing app where I can brighten this up. I don't even know if you'll be able to even see this stuff. Like, I don't have any lights in here, so I can't really brighten it up other than open that. But that didn't help. That put a glare on the screen. But yeah, I hate to use editing apps because I don't want people to think I edit anything to happen. But if you can't see this, I'll have to edit it because this is worth seeing. I always picture my mom riding by and stopping. So when I hear a car, I have to check. I know she would if she did ride by, so. Now, after showing you all the good stuff, I don't even know what I hope you could see that, but I don't even know what I was trying to do. But that worked, though. I know it was a little more moving, but same thing would happen if I waited for it, but it would probably take a lot longer, and the effects on the way to that point would probably cause it to be disrupted by falling over before then or anything else. So that's why I like to move with it and, you know, like hurry up and get it to the point so none of the other tightening of it or pulling of it or stretching of it can affect any of it before it needs to hit it all at once. I'm thinking just instantaneous connection. And that's counting everything. I waited a little later than I should have to come do this because now it's like too dark, really. But maybe you'll be able to see it. Like I said, I'm gonna brighten it up. If not, it just has to be done. Has to be. Just because like I said, I haven't been practicing. Some of this stuff is like, whoa, even to me, you know, it just feels so easy to do, you know, like, what? Like, learning becomes knowledge, you know, and eventually it just stays knowledge, and I don't know, it's crazy. But you never stop learning, truthfully, with it. But I don't know what I was doing with that. I just went all kind of different directions with it. But yeah, I watched a video and I just told someone about it earlier in a comment. It's a video about bringing a 3D ball into 4D, and it explains a lot, you know, all about 3D into 4D. But I watched it anyway, and it made me think about the grid because that's like 2D. You know, two directional thing. You can't go up or down. So then as you progress upward, you get to where you can do, you know, and so on. Then it's a rotation. So like, and basically bringing a 3D ball into it or whatever, you just watch the video. The way that it makes it bigger from perception, that is like TK bringing the object to you. Like, it's not getting bigger, it's just getting closer. So I'm applying that into this right here, and it's working pretty good. So I don't know, it's working really good. But just watch the video. It's called, just type bring a ball from 3D into 4D, and it should be the first video you pull up. I think it's called I think that's the start of the name of it. I can't remember the rest, but it's literally like the first thing that pulls up if you put 3D ball into 4D, just like that, and it'll be the first. It's like 7 minutes and something, but it's like a 3-year-old video. But basically, he mentions like a person from 3D can look into 2D and see into a box that someone in 2D can't see around the lines of the box because it's just a flat lines, which is your flat object's flat surface. But being above it, being 3D, you can see into that box where they can't. So basically, that's kind of how people can, move stuff with objects around it, close it in and still get it to move. But then you go to 4D and they can see into the box without your box, without even being able to open it. And those are the people that can do telekinesis from like around the wall, like telekinesis guru, he went outside and was like facing downward and can knock it over. That's like 4D because he can see the object in the box without actually, I don't know, it's relevant. And he draws a stick figure on there, and it has a symbol he draws, and those symbols or whatever I always mention, that symbol is exactly one of the symbols I see. Look this video up. It's really, and the stuff you get out of it will help you with your TK because it has me. I looked at it in that aspect and it helped me out a lot. Like the object coming from 3D into 4D getting bigger is because it's getting closer to you. So that puts it into 3D and 4D and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. The grid is where I had problems, but after that, I didn't have too much problems with the grid, but you can't even see the ones that flew off up here. Maybe a little bit, and you've seen it, but yeah. I'm trying to expand it out just to see if that may be what I'm lacking, but I don't know. Let's see if I can get this one to stand and push the bottle uphill. It's still slightly uphill anyway. Nope. But, it takes practice from different levels. Like I said, that's 2D, 3. You're looking at it from different aspects. So you're having to think of levels. It'll come to you, but it really does work, man. Like I said, my first videos sucked, but don't count them out because they got me to where I could do this right here. So it's all relevant, and I hope it helps, and I hope you can even see it all. But take care, everybody.